Due to the result of the recent election, there have been questions as to whether or not the Conservative Party deserved their win. My aim is to discover people's views on a huge decision which greatly impacts all of our lives. I'm now going to ask a few London locals about their view on the recent election. What's your opinion on the recent election?
The recent election, I would like it to be for the whole country and not just for London. There's lots of people out in the provinces that need help. It's a very different divide, so I'd like it for the whole country.
What are your thoughts on the recent election?
I don't think Theresa May should have held it in the first place, considering the political climate at the time, because after Brexit, everyone had different viewpoints, and so just to do it then and to predict that she was going to win overwhelmingly was just stupid.
According to Twitter's own research data, 1 in 3 18 to 34-year-olds changed their vote to another party. 47% reconsidered their vote, and a further 20% were still undecided, showing just how influential social media can be in relation to changing people's views. From the Twitter results, it's evident that the media, in particular social media, has a huge impact on life-changing topics, for example politics. Young voters were extremely influential in the result of the recent election due to social media. So, while I'm in London, I've arranged to meet former Cabinet Minister and Conservative MP John Whittingdale to find out his views on the recent election in relation to the media.
Well, if we start with newspapers, there was a time when newspapers were felt to be hugely influential on the outcome of an election. Most famously when The Sun carried the headline that it was the Sun what won it the day after a Conservative victory. Newspapers are much less important now. Circulations have fallen and people don't rely upon them for their news in the way that they did once. Television has always been important, and in the past the debates have mattered. But this time round, of course, we didn't have a debate involving all the party leaders. But social media has become steadily more important. All MPs and candidates now use Facebook, they use Twitter, and a lot of the interaction with the electorate takes place through social media. And particularly the large rise in the turnout of young voters, which took place in this election, much more than in any previous election, was in large part due to the campaigning that took place on social media. So from now on, I think political parties are going to have to concentrate on social media in a way that they have not had to do before.
I'm now on my way to Southall High School for Girls, a grammar school in Essex, to speak to some sixth formers about their view on the recent election. As it turns out, more than anything else, the election night turned out to be a night in which Britain's younger generation flexed their political muscles to real effect for the first time. Do you think social media influenced the recent UK election?
Also, you see it in the recent 2015 general election, with a lot of young people, and even the snap election recently as well, with a lot of young people on social media supporting Labour, and kind of spreading this left-wing support across social media, particularly Twitter, and then ultimately young people voting for Labour, particularly with Corbyn, and the support that he had within university students. You see his support at Glastonbury, where they were chanting for Corbyn, and a lot of that is spread on social media, and right-wing voices within young communities online are actually really quite rare.
Do you think social media influenced the recent UK election?
I think Jeremy Corbyn has failed the modern Labour Party. The recent election that he lost against the weakest Prime Minister in history is evidence for this. I can't quite believe that Jeremy Corbyn can't win against Theresa May, who is quite frankly a robot. Mainstream media hammered Jeremy Corbyn, and I think they are probably the reason for him not doing well, because people don't see the Labour Party as a party, they see it as a person. They see it as Jeremy Corbyn, that weak old man who looks like he's lost in a shopping centre. Social media brought out young people, but not enough of them. It helped Jeremy Corbyn, but not quite enough. He needs to stand down and let place for a younger, fresher model who can actually win an election.
After hearing the points of view from both students and a Conservative MP, after the break I'll be heading to speak to a Labour MP to find out their point of view.